Hey guys, what's up? I kinda wanted to talk about the Halloween challenge I did the other month. Yeah, there's a lot to be said. I learned a lot, and I kinda wanted to talk about what the hell happened there. What was I doing and how did I fucking get here? Well, I had some friends who were messing around with a VTuber avatar, and I kinda wanted to see if I could do that too. I also had plans to get better at video editing. Some of my friends were talking about that as well, so you know, if you hang out with the wrong crowd, you end up doing stupid shit. I was also kind of missing the monthly challenges that I used to be doing, or like every day of October where I watch a movie every day, but not really feeling the movie thing this year, so I was going for games, because I have a shit ton of them. All these horror games just piling up in my library that I never play. I also did a video game music challenge with my friend Kylasar last year. That was in September, so it was kind of like tickling me like, hey, I want to do that again. So instead of that, I did a different monthly challenge, but whatever. First of all, I got acquainted with the software, which was kind of important. I did that a little bit before I started doing like the big things. Other than that, every YouTuber that is mildly successful, they have a format and it kind of like puts them on the map. Like, this is my thing, this is the thing I usually do, and this is what you know me for. Well, as a starting YouTuber, you don't really know what that is yet. The only things I knew was I'm going to be a folklore creature from an animation that I did in 2018. So what I did to make this is I went to the Clip Studio, did some live 2D tutorials, and made sure that my character was like an unblinking guy that just smiles, but I also added in a frown. That's kind of the idea that got the ball rolling to begin with. I also knew I wanted to have an animated intro. I made mine in Krita, but I started a week before October, so I didn't finish it in time. And with that animation came an intro song, which also refers to my animation back in 2018. That song was more of a folkish song, and I turned it into something that is more metal and, you know, symphonic metal. It was all made in FL Studio. Other than that, I guess I got a boom arm with a pop filter, and that increased the quality of my audio. But what about the rest of my format? Well, presentation was one thing I struggled with. I really didn't know how to do my intros or outros, and a lot got fixed in post. Music choice was another struggle. I didn't know what song would fit the vibe best, and eventually I settled on some songs I did for when me, Jesse, J. Jones, and Kylasar, we entered Ludendara 48, and I did some spooky music for that, so that's what I ended up going with. Go check out the game if you haven't. Another thing I struggled with is graphics, because I didn't really know what graphics to put with my outro. So like the comment, like, subscribe, and the bell, you know, that sort of stuff. Eventually I came up with some sort of idea to make it all bloody and stuff, and I ended up making that in Krita. Since I didn't have any experience editing, I thought I'd be really slow, and I thought getting to know the software would be really hard, but it was alright. Mainly I was thinking I'd struggle with knowing what to keep and what to sacrifice in terms of footage, which, yeah, that was kind of a struggle. I was trying to keep my videos short and concise, and for that I had to sacrifice some footage, and there's like things you learn along the way when it comes to this. For example, one great piece of advice from my friend Turdsy was look at the sound wave to find the interesting parts. If the audio goes up, it's probably a fun, scary moment, or like something where I laugh. You know, something is going on there, you know that. Another tactic would be to summarize game lore and cutscenes. So if any cutscene comes up, it's gonna be interesting, you gotta keep that in probably. But you don't want it to take like so much screen time that it's kind of boring. Especially if your video is supposed to be short and concise, then it's gonna take away from the pacing in your video, so you gotta keep that a little consistent too. Eventually I found a balance with format, time, context, and streamer personality, so let me explain those. With format, I'm kind of talking about the animation intro, or my own intros where I talk a little bit. For time, I'm talking about the length of the video, pretty much. You don't want to get it past a certain point. You kind of think like, this is how long I want it to be. So you work towards that. For context, I'm talking about the lore and the cutscenes that I was talking about earlier, but also about jokes that you make in your video, or like references. You gotta sometimes put in a little bit of extra video to make it all make sense. With streamer personality, I'm talking about, well, me. I'm talking about my reactions, my jokes, my stupid little things that I do that people watch me for. Because if not for that, you could watch the video elsewhere, right? So you gotta kind of keep that in as well. But like, not everything you do is interesting, and not everything you do is funny, and bleh. There's a lot that can be sacrificed for sure. So you gotta just find your balance. That's it. Along the way, I found myself in need of a list of preparations. There's like a lot of things you gotta do before you start your stream, basically. You gotta, of course, calibrate your webcam. Remember not to change your sitting position too much, or else your avatar will also, like, fuck up. And provide enough light for your webcam, or else your avatar will not be able to move. Along the way, I found out that my footage was sometimes way too dark, so I had to like put some gamma on my footage. I would sometimes put the filters too strong for one game and then forget to remove them when I play the next. Yeah, not good. Eventually, I found a setting that works pretty good for every game I play, pretty much. Also, I learned to turn down audio for intros and outros so that I can more easily edit them afterwards for doing my intros and put some music underneath and all that. Yeah, another struggle was entering the proper stream details. Like, sometimes a game would not work, but I had already put in stream details, and then I forgot to edit them, and god damn it, now I'm playing a game that I'm not playing. Great job. And this goes without saying, but make sure to be able to read chat, right? Yeah, alright, well, yeah, I struggled with that a little bit. Editing too, I had to like make sure to follow a set of rules because sometimes I would forget and my format would be all fucked. Anyway, so fairly early on, I decided to cut down my stream time to about 1 hour and 30 minutes because I don't want to edit all fucking day. And also, my video should be under 17 minutes somewhere. There's a couple of videos that's 16 minutes and 59 seconds. Nobody knows that's 70 minutes, right? So when I was streaming, I would just have the audio of the video game and like my microphone. They would just get recorded in one thing, which I know that's not the ideal way to edit my audio, but I made do. I just added a lot of limiting and compression on it, and I found some settings that I really like. Another thing I would usually forget to do is add a quick highlight before my intro. You need that in your video or else people are gonna lose interest. Common audio mistakes I made were kind of like, oh no, you can't hear the game because it's all too low in volume. Oh no, you can't hear me because the game audio is way too loud. Oh no, you can't hear my friends because the game audio. A lot of it is preparation when you're streaming, and yeah, once you made a mistake, you can't undo it. Oh yeah, and some other struggles I had in the very beginning were, you know, getting used to the YouTube algorithm. I didn't really fucking know what to do. I didn't even put in tags in the beginning. I didn't even put in descriptions. All I did was like put in a thumbnail and try to make that a little bit clickbaity, and then I put in clickbaity title, pretty much. That's all I did, I don't know. And then along the way, Kylosaur told me about vidIQ, started using that, got a little bit better at it. Speaking of thumbnails, I made a lot of stupid mistakes with that. There's a lot of thumbnails I don't like, but yeah, you roll with it. It's some games would not work, so I had to like choose a different game. I should have tested these games before I even streamed them. Other things I could have done better is like get on social media, promote myself elsewhere. I only promoted myself in like a friend's Discord, which got me viewers, don't get me wrong, but I didn't really branch out, you know? It could have been so much more. It was nice to see some old users come back. I also got rated a few times and gained a few new viewers. Along the way, I kinda realized I was doing the same thing as Unazanas. Well, except for the fact that I'm not deleting everything by the end of this. And also, I'm not doing it for a year, I was doing it for a month. But yeah, I kinda felt like, wow, doing this for an entire year, huh? That is quite crazy. Future plans, still not sure. I got some ideas though. I got some ideas. Listen up. Some of the video games I've been playing this month, I kind of want to continue them, so I think I'm gonna do that. Also, I got other hobbies. I like doing music. I like animation, art of all sorts, and sometimes I code. Lately, I've been getting into Blender, doing some low poly models. I might make some videos on that, who knows? I don't know. I'm not a Blender expert, but yeah, this is what you can expect from me in the future. Thanks for listening to me ramble about last month. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. And if you like my stuff, consider subscribing. And you can hit the little bell if you want, just to get me into your notifications whenever I upload a new video. And that would be it, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.